What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just got back from watching Blue Beetle. You know, you guys always know. By the way, before I begin, this is off this topic, but just so you guys know, my video to the air show is coming tomorrow. I apologize. I was supposed to put it out yesterday. I got home really late. Today, the day just took over me. And I didn't do much today, so I've got a lot of work to do tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that because it's going to take me some time to edit. As you can see, I've got sunburn really bad because I forgot my sunscreen. My sister forgot her sunscreen. And you guys will see the video. You guys will see the video. But it's coming. It's coming, you guys. It's coming. But anyway, we just got back from watching Blue Beetle. I tell you guys all the time, I go into these movies, especially if I don't know much about it, I go into it with an open mind. I'm not exactly sure, and I am not familiar with how Blue Beetle connects to anything in DC. I'm sure a couple of you guys told me, and I completely forgot, but please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway, of course, the premise of this story, if you guys know Blue Beetle from the comics, which I don't know anything about the comics, but in this movie, you know, there's this company that has a hold of this beetle. There's this kid who gets a hold of it somehow. Now we see in the trailer that he has it in a box. Okay, now the way that it is given to him is quite interesting. So, you know, you've got this family. George Lopez is the uncle. He's like a big conspiracy theorist. I honestly gotta say, let me get this out the way. I think George Lopez, to me, was probably the best part. Even though it wasn't completely hysterical, he had some funny moments. And the suit was pretty cool. I gotta say the suit was pretty cool. The stuff as Jaime, which is his name in the movie, the kid who has the suit, as he is becoming one with the suit, he gets to he's starting to do all these not weird, but he's starting to do all these things with the suit, and he's starting to kind of get familiar with the suit. So the suit itself, it's not like something that he can take off. So apparently this thing becomes one with him. So he can't turn it off. He can't take it off. It binds with him over some time. So he comes across, we also see that he's working in what looks like a hotel. So of course, him and his family, he's got a loving family. You know, they're very big on love. They're very big on being united and things like that. And he has all these big dreams of doing all these things. And then he's talking with his sister, and he comes across this situation at his job that causes him to lose his job. And so he speaks to the person who he was talking to, and he ends up trying to meet up with her the next day. And so the next day, this particular lady has a connection with the company that has the Blue Beetle. Now we start to understand what their relationship is and things like that. And so she's got her own vendetta. She's got her own MO. She ends up getting a hold of the beetle and gives it to him to run off with. And from there is what we see in the trailers, where he takes it home, he's looking at it, and all of a sudden this thing chooses him, and so now he's transforming. So along the way, there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of trying to understand what the suit is, why this is happening to him, how he is controlling it. Meanwhile, we've got the family who doesn't understand what the heck is going on. They just saw their son transform. you know, and the funny part is that this family is very proud of this guy because he just got home from college, and you know, he's the first person in the family to graduate college. And then as they're sitting having dinner, they're just dropping all these bombs on him. Literally, like, all these things happened while he was gone. And so, you know, of course, a lot of that is going to, you know, be brought up again later on in the movie. But anyway, so a lot of the movie is just trying to basically figure out how to work this suit, and him being, you know, looked for by the woman who is looking for the Blue Beetle. And so there is some sad parts in the movie, which kind of grabbed at my heartstrings a bit. Let's see here. So again, George Lopez is the crazy uncle who is, he's got all these conspiracy theories, but he's pretty smart. He's tech savvy, and so kind of helps them out. He you know, comes through in a couple of situations. And so the lady that is looking for the Blue Beetle, she has like this whole thing where she is trying to use these shields and electronic things that she has. I forgot what they call them. So she can basically have like a human army type of thing. Like you are literally a form of an army with this type of armor on you. And so this Blue Beetle is supposed to, I guess, activate all of that. And there's a lot of stuff that happens. The character that plays his sister irritated me. I think that the mom was a bit over the top. The dad was pretty cool. The dad's character, he was just like a loving father who was just trying to, you know, money was no worry to him, because as long as they had family and they were all together, that's all that mattered. That was the type of dynamic that they had. But yeah, the sister kind of irritated me. She was just extra. The grandma, she had her funny moments. But then towards the end, it got a little bit extra. Let's see here. Yeah, so the main chick that was helping the guy, she has connections to the lady who's looking for the Beetle, and things happen. So, I mean, like I said, the best parts of this movie was George Lopez and his funny parts and the suits. And, you know, he ended up understanding how to deal with the suit and everything. And so there was a couple of fight scenes. There's nothing really that wowed me. There's just one cool part where we saw in the trailer where he has a weapon and it looks like a big sword. So what he did with that was pretty cool. I mean, other than that, y'all, I was not wowed. And even if I knew the comics and I understood it, I just felt like, I don't know. I mean, I never have to see it again. It was just, I don't know. It had its moments, but it wasn't nothing that I was just like, yo, like, that was crazy. Like, you know, before this, I never even heard of Blue Beetle. I don't know who Blue Beetle is. But again, you know, 2.5 out of 5 toodles is average. It's average. I wouldn't say that it didn't keep my attention. It did, but it was just like, it had a lot of silliness to it. At one point, I felt like there was a fight scene and the Blue Beetle's mask was cracked, so you could kind of see his face a little bit. And it was a little weird looking at that moment while he was on the ground until they got up close, and then it looked regular. But, you know, it was very vibrant. You know, a lot of the night lights and things like that were pretty cool. One of the bad guys who has an armor on him, that looked pretty cool. They have a fight scene towards the end of the movie, and it was all right. It was nothing to be like, yo, like, that fight scene was crazy. Like, nothing was like that in this movie. Nothing. Yeah, other than that, Oh, and there's 2 end credit scenes. I personally feel like I picked up on the first, so there's 2 end credit scenes. The first one that you'll see, I picked up on that a while back in the movie when the girl, I don't want to give too much away because I'm not going to spoil it for you, but basically one of the main or the interest in Blue Beetle, the girl, she was talking about someone, and the way that she described the situation that happened, in my mind, I was just like, oh, okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean that. One thing, you guys got to see it, and you'll understand. When you go watch the movie, you see the first end credit scene, you'll understand what I'm talking about because I don't want to spoil it. But I was like, okay, it wasn't no surprise to me. Even though I don't know much about Blue Beetle, it didn't surprise me. And then the second one, if you are Spanish, you do know what the second one is because we kind of grew up watching it. But I don't know why that was a end credit scene. Like, I don't know what that has to do with anything. So, yeah. But anyway, 2.5 out of 5 toodles, y'all. But as always, don't take my word for it. Please go watch it for yourself. And when you do, come back here and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you enjoyed my review. And in the meantime, leave your comments down below. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. Hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!